It is football week, and this is the third season of Gridiron Takes and our second season with Ty Harden and Coach. Two great words: game week.
Game week, a little different atmosphere. Glad to be here. There's a lot of people out there not getting to be in this setting and scenario, and so we're just working every day and trying to get to Friday.
You got a little bit of game action under your belt last Friday night against DeSoto Central in a scrimmage. 10-0. Your defense looked great. Your offense showed great signs throughout. Played 2 quarters. What was your overall take from the game?
It's kind of what I expected. The effort was there. I knew it would be. We played a physical game. I knew defense was going to play like that. I knew offense was going to try to keep building. And, we've got a lot of missing parts here and there offensively right now, this point in the season. We're going to start getting some of those key cogs back. But, I think it was a really big positive because we actually got to go out there and play a game. Our opponent this Friday didn't get that opportunity. I don't know if that bodes well for us or not. I would think it does, getting us a week in game shape, and also letting those guys go against somebody else. Anytime you get to go against another opponent, your young guys get a game under them, and they get to grow, and they get to learn, and they get to improve to next week.
And you're a young team, so getting those guys out there to get that first hit, to see what it's like on this next stage for them, that has to be a plus.
Oh, absolutely. We're a young team. We were a young team last year, and might be even younger this year. I don't know how that happens, but I feel good. I feel good about our youth, that we have. Like you said, each time they get a week up under it, it's going to sound like a broken record. I said the same thing this exact time last year. The team you see right now will be night and day from the team you see week 8, week 9, week 10. Feel very confident in that. We stay healthy, keep our nose clean. It should be a fun and excited season.
Friday night, we travel to Lafayette in Oxford for the season opener, 7 o'clock kickoff. What can you tell us about Lafayette? Obviously, there's no game film from their current team, but we all know they're going to be pretty good this year.
Well, here's what you know. Lafayette's a traditional powerhouse. I consider them up there in 5A football one of the better 5A programs in the state. I think that's one of the better football programs in the state. Those guys, they're going to be tough. They're going to be physical. They have football body kids. You look, anytime you cut on a film or anytime, I played against Lafayette in high school. I've kept up with Lafayette my whole life. They're going to have 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", 220-pound kids all over the field that can fly and like to hit you. I'm very familiar with that staff over there. I know what those guys are like. They're some of the best coaches. They are some of the best coaches in the state of Mississippi. Michael Fair, he's a guy that I kind of, I've always throughout the years kind of looked up to, as a guy. I won't say a mentor, but I've always kind of kept up with and have admired how he ran programs. Their defensive coordinator is one of the better defensive coordinators in the state, a guy that I've known since college, Matt McCrory. And so I know what they're going to be about. I know what they're going to be cut like. And I said it to you earlier before we got on air. Their defense might be one of the best defenses we see all season. 1 through 6A. Their defense might be better than any team we see in our division. It might not be what I see right now. And we're excited about that test. Now, is the timing might be the best for us right now with our youth, but we get that challenge, we get that experience, we get to see the best defensively straight off the bat. I think both teams are very similar. And so, we'll see what happens Friday night. They've got their offensive coordinator, a name that's very familiar, Dan Warner, used to be the offensive coordinator at Ole Miss under Hugh Freeze. They're going to have talent all over the field. So the only unknown is their offense because we don't have much film on them with their guy that is their starting quarterback. So we'll see. It's Friday night.
And they didn't get to play in Jamboree Friday.
They did not. So I might be a positive for them, that might be a negative for them. I don't know. Spring game wise, the guys that they had out there Friday night we're not playing in the spring. So we'll see.
Despite only being 50 minutes away, this is just the 5th meeting between the two teams, dating back to only 2011. Tupelo has won the last two, the last meeting coming in 2014 at Lafayette, 20-0. So there's not a lot of history, but the games have been pretty tight when you look back at the series.
Right. It kind of is. I understand why probably Tupelo hadn't played Lafayette County in the past. I saw this as an opportunity to have a team that's very local, a team that is traditional, very successful, powerhouse type of program. Anytime you get a team that close and play them, I want to take the opportunity to play them. We're not going to shy away from the competition. Here at Tupelo, we're not going to do that. And so when I saw that, I have it on our PowerPoint that I show our guys every week, kind of our scouting report. This is going to be only the 5th time we've played them, and that just kind of blew my mind.
Coach, we went into the spring. I guess one of the big questions last year was who's going to be the new quarterback. Can you update us on where we are with that? We saw both play the other
night. Right. I think what you saw Friday night is what you'll see this Friday night. Both of them are going to get their shot and their opportunities. Both of them are still not even close to where they can be, on their potential wise. They're both, what I love, and I've said it numerous times, what I love about this competition is they're both great teammates. They both want each other to be successful, and they're both getting after it. Their teammates like them, and so, this you might see what we're doing right now all season.
Gotcha. And they're a little bit different in their approach to the game. Can you kind of talk a little bit about how they're different?
So, you get Jeremiah. He's actually, he's gotten a lot of reps under him through spring, and so he's a little bit taller. So it helps when he can see over the 6'7" offensive lineman and 6'4" offensive lineman a little bit. His pocket presence is a little bit different. And, so he's very good short route wise. And then you got Lake, a guy that's a coach's son, a competitor that started on 6A programs as an 8th and 9th grader on the baseball team. And so he's got a different side. So the moment's really not that big for him.
Right.
He kind of enjoys that. He likes that situation. He didn't get a spring, so he hadn't got a lot of those reps. He's a guy that's very good at the deep ball, just because he's got, some of that strong arm. And like his con might be that he can't see over the offensive lineman sometimes, but, they both present positive. They both have their own, they're similar in a lot of areas, but they're also different. I'm just excited that we're in, and blessed that we're in the situation that we're in, that you have two really good quarterbacks competing.
You kind of got a new backfield, a new receiving core as well.
We do, and we're young. I mean, at one point in the season, you'll see about 6 sophomores starting on offense. We got 2 offensive linemen that are sophomores. Both our running backs are sophomores. Both our quarterbacks are sophomores. You're going to have a
theme here.
There's one of our starting receivers. He'll be back in a few weeks. That showed out in the spring game. He's a sophomore. We got a lot of sophomores and juniors on offense, so we're pretty young. We've only got 2 seniors. 2 seniors on offense right now, and so it's a young group. So it's a group that's going to keep growing. It's a group that's going to get better every week. You're going to have your growing pains here and there, but we're going to play with the hand that we're dealt, and that it doesn't bother me at all, and I'm excited about it.
Defense has gotten a lot of attention in the offseason. There was a great story in the paper this week about the defense. Obviously, as of right now, it's the strength of the team.
I mean, obviously, because it's the opposite right now. It's a veteran defense. A lot of those guys that were sophomores last year are starting as juniors. A lot of those guys that were juniors last year are starting as seniors. And some guys were very heavy on the D line. I think everybody in the state of Mississippi knows that that's probably our strength on our defense. Our linebacker core is very, very solid, very athletic, very good at stopping the run. Those guys can run with anybody. I mean, with our D-line and our linebackers, a lot of those guys are going to have that opportunity to play college football because they're that talented. And in the secondary, we return 3 guys that started as sophomores last year. And so we feel good about that group. We had 2 guys that are seniors, also too, in that secondary that have had a great off season, a great spring, a great summer, and we're expecting big things out of them. So we feel good being every game just because we feel like we should be able to stop everybody. And anytime you can score points, create turnovers, and give your offense that many opportunities, you're going to be in ball games.
New defensive coordinator this year.
Well,
Familiar name.
I mean, familiar name, didn't drop off, hardly any at all when it comes to having to create relationships, establishing culture and all that. Coach Shute had been here for so long, was only gone for a year. When Coach Jones made that move to Petal, it wasn't a hard decision to make.
Right.
He was a head coach to a lot of these guys as being the 9th grade head coach. And so he knows a lot of these guys. He's coached them before. He's coached them as a high school coach and coached them as a 9th grader. So, I mean, he brings a different dynamic than what Coach Jones did. And, he's very relatable with kids. I love that. We think a lot alike. Definitely always easy transition. Wife works in the district. He's got kids that go to school here, and he's back home. He considers this home, and he's excited about this opportunity to get to be a coordinator at the 6A level, and he's gonna embrace it every second he can.
Well, we are excited to have Coach Shute back, and we're also excited to have another new addition to the football field, and that is the new video board. And Coach, it made its debut against DeSoto Central, the Jamboree, and it's quite big.
It's a big addition. I don't know if you can get any bigger than that. I mean, I kind of caught myself a few times just staring at it sometimes, maybe when the game was going on. It might get me in trouble.
You might get a better view of what's going on the field, though.
Hope they don't catch me picking my nose or something on it. Thank you, Tupelo School District, school board, administration. I mean, the effort you put towards it. It's definitely a selling point with our program, our athletic program, our school district. It's nicer than you even. You really can't describe it. And we're in the beginning stages.
Right.
We really don't know what it all can do. And
we literally got the keys to the car Friday afternoon.
And we were test driving around that parking lot for sure. And so I can't wait to get it out on the highway and see how fast it can go.
Exactly. And I want to give a shout out to Seth Sweeney, our golf coach. He's running the scoreboard, and he came out Friday, and basically what you saw Friday night, he put together in about 2 hours, and he's been practicing all week, and it's only going to get better, and it's just going to change the game day atmosphere.
Absolutely. Sweeney does so much stuff behind the scenes. I've talked about it before with our athletics, putting graphics out there, and now he gets to do it on a big board, and we've got a lot of things that we're working on behind the scenes going forward that he's excited about to see. And Tupelo get to see it every other Friday night on the Jumbotron.
Of course, we are on the road Friday at Lafayette, on the road the following week at Saltillo, and then we are back home, or we make our home debut against Corinth in 3 weeks. So we got plenty of time to get that baby up and going and moving. Coach, best of luck Friday night. This is the best time of the year right here. It is game week. It is the season opener, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
I hope so. I'm excited about it.
For Coach Harden, I'm Greg Ellis. This is Gridiron Takes.